Okay, Reggie, I didn't know if you. Well, I'm pretty sure you saw it, so I'll get your opinion. On part two of Suge Knight's podcast, this last one, he made a comment saying that Diddy had been an FBI informant for years. Did in with you and him talking and stuff back in the day, did he ever talk about that before, or is this the first you're hearing of this?
How would Suge Knight know that? Everybody's so funny how everybody know who FBI informers is, and the only reason you know because you're an FBI informant and all that. Y'all think informers don't talk. They don't tell stuff in advance of what's going on. And it's not like informers are generally not known like that. Now, I know that people that made those accusations about Diddy being one of the ones and Jay-Z going back and giving up the information on them when they were talking about formalizing the Lucky Seven. That's what I always heard it was the distribution company when they were trying to make a seventh big major distribution company. And so I know some people made that accusation, but that because Puffy didn't get indicted. I think Marine got indicted at that time, and then they were messing with Suge at that particular time, and then we all know what happened to Jay Prince. But if we look at all three of their situations, we understand why the feds went after all three of them if we keeping it real. But I do remember, and Suge, I'm going to make you remember. Suge and I were in New York one time. It was just me and Suge. We was on our way actually to meet Sam Snead in Pittsburgh. I think he was at. For some reason, Sam Snead wanted Suge to come to Pittsburgh to meet his father, and we were on our way to go to Pittsburgh, but we ended up not going. We ended up going to Rochester, New York, not Rochester, into where JoJo and KC from, somewhere in North Carolina. But we were on our way to meet Sam, and we didn't go because Puffy called him at the last minute. And this is like before Pop. This was like 90, sometime in 95 though. And we went to his office. We went to Bad Boy's office. And I remember we going there, and in the meeting, I was in the meeting for some reason. I don't know why I was sitting in there. But Puff was complaining about how did, man, these feds are on me like crazy. How did you get them off off you, Suge? Because I know they've been following you. And man, what can we do? What can I do to get them off me? And Suge gave them some bullshit. They probably wasn't on us at that time. I don't think they were. I don't think they got back on us until after the Tupac shooting, which would have been in '96. But at one time they were on Suge. And so Suge told them some shit about this or this and gave him some, but they talked about it. So Puff did believe in like 94, 95 that the feds were following him around. Now, we also heard stories, and I know y'all going to tell me in the comment section that Gene Deal went down to the federal government and he's aware of it and told something about Suge and them or something like that. But my point would be, people don't know if they're informants, and if he was an informant, who do he have some paperwork on? Who has he put in jail? Who's went to jail or anything concerning Puffy that we know of? So I'm not here defending Puffy. I think Puffy is the biggest slime ball. Well, not the biggest, but a slime ball. But I don't know where Suge gets that from. Suge has called Snoop of an informant. Snoop did not testify, threw out a statement before, but I don't believe he was a federal informant. Puff, everybody, I guess, Suge has been called down to the federal government before. I have been down to the FBI office with Suge before, where they had brought him in and called him in. Now, it was generally because one thing y'all don't know is when the FBI on wiretaps and stuff like that, and they hear threats against your life, they can't sit on it. They got to notify you. And Suge has been notified at least 2 to 3 times by the FBI that there's somebody that had a threat on his life, that they overheard a threat against his life being made on some phones. So that would be my take. My only thing would be when Suge making statements like that is, how the fuck would you know? And then if you believe that, if there's evidence of that, who went to jail behind that? I get called being a federal informant and all of that. And number one, I can't be an informant. I was an ex-cop. But number two, who, other than me being a cop, ever went to jail behind something that I informed on? Y'all pull that paperwork up and y'all show that. Every time I went to court helping niggas. And so that would be my take. It's just everybody always been accused of being an informant. That's our go-to word. You're either an informant, a snitch, or you're a faggot. One of the three. It's unfortunate that that's just the world we live in now. That's the go back. Or we fucked your wife, or we fucked your bitch. Forgot about those. That's our go-to. And so just when y'all hear stuff like that, y'all just remember that. Y'all put that into, put that into your think. And think about that before you start spitting out or believing what people are saying just because people throw that out into the universe. Yeah.